Hey, what's up, everybody? Paul here, Left Coast Model Car Builds. Thought I'd do a quick little video on this old AMT 1940 Ford build. So this was probably one of my, not first builds, but very early builds. This is probably going back to, gosh, I'll say mid 1990s, early 1990s. It was for a club contest, Monterey Bay Scale Auto Enthusiasts, still in there, still going. It was an inter-club build. We were all doing the 40 Fords. I chose to use the wheels and headlights from a Monogram 37 Ford. You can see the old epoxies yellowed out. Otherwise, cleaned up the body, smoothed off the door handles, the emblems, and painted it. It's actually well, at the time it was a newer Ford green. This at the time my father was painting at Ford, so he had brought some of this color home that he'd been using for a repair job on a car there. Little lights kind of taking away some of the green, making it look a little more like a teal, but it's actually a soft green. But it's a fun build. It was a curbside, just blacked out the windows, used some Lexan in the sides, nothing underneath, just a flat pan. As you can see, it's collected its dust. Gonna have to clean it up. But yeah, it was a fun build. This was one that, for being kind of a quick curbside build, back when I was probably about 13, maybe 14 years old, definitely kind of picked up a little motivation from it, though, seeing it come out at the time, not having a lot of patience. It was fun to do a quick build, and I loved to paint back then. I used to grab bodies, clean them up, paint them, have everything cleaned up and put away before my father got home from work. I think at first he was a little nervous about that. I think first time I was about 5th or 6th grade, and he came home from work. I was cleaning the gun up, and he says, "What are you doing, Paul?" I said, "Well, just got done spraying that candy green paint job." And that's kind of how I got started. It was kind of the joke was, I had some older friends that for a while had some promos that were, a guy was picking up, and he was taking them apart and redoing them for this guy, and I was the one that would actually spray the candy paint jobs on them. This was probably back when I was 15, 16. I just got started at a young age with the hobby, and was fortunate to have my father that did the auto body, because it gave me access to automotive paints. And the patience wasn't always there. I went through a lot more stuff than my dad would like to have seen me go through when I was younger. But it was fun, and it was a learning process, that's for sure. But back then I just loved to paint. I'd come home from school, grab a body, start cleaning it, and an hour later I was spraying, a base coat, a candy paint job, something on it. So a lot of my allowance money went towards a model, clean it up, paint it. If it came out good, I'd maybe finish it or put it in a box for later. Or if it didn't come out, we had a parts car. And those were the fun days, I guess you could say. But again, so this is one of the earlier builds for me, going back to my early teens. Maybe one day I'll pick up another 37 Ford and kind of pop this apart, clean it up. I like the way it looks, so definitely worth cleaning up. But anyhow, thought I would share that. So hope you guys are enjoying the channel. If you like it, go ahead and subscribe. Like I say, I'll try to keep the videos coming, kind of working on a spot to get some videos and stuff where the lighting's a little better. But in the meantime, go ahead and feel free to give me some feedback. Any questions if you got, feel free to ask them. And enjoy the rest of your evening, guys.